live on Ghana Television. We're also streaming live on the Facebook page of the Ministry of Information. Shortly, we'll have the Information Minister speak to us, but before that, let me spend some few minutes to introduce some stakeholders and personalities who have gathered here this morning. We have representatives of the exporter associations. Please, if you're here, let's have a wave. Okay. All stakeholder agencies in the export ecosystem. Management of GEPA. If you're here, let's see your hand. All right. Deputy CEO, HRN and Administration, Mr. Albert Dewura. Thank you very much for coming. The board chairman of GEPA, Mr. Yao Asuo Benin. Thank you so much. We also have with us the CEO of GEPA, Dr. Efua Asabia Asari. Thank you very much. And of course, later on, to launch the statistics or report, we will be having the Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry and MP for Ekropong, Honorable Dukua Esiameje, who is also here with us. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin our briefing today with a statement from the government on the World Press Freedom Day. And please give it up to the Minister for Information as he delivers that statement. A round of applause for him, please.
Colleagues, good morning. Oh, good morning. Good morning. You are looking very morose and very... thank you for joining us here at the Ministry of Information. As was mentioned, today's press briefing focuses, I think, primarily on the report that is about to be presented by GEPA. But ahead of that, I'm sure you know that today is World Press Freedom Day. So the government has a quick statement to put out, which I will share with you, and then I'll make a few introductory remarks about the importance of the report that is about to be published today. The government of Ghana renews its commendation of the media in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. The occasion's 30th anniversary is on the international theme, Shaping a Future of Rights, Freedom of Expression as a Driver for All Other Human Rights. The media has been instrumental over the years in highlighting various rights that require attention for full enjoyment. The work of the media also in highlighting instances of abuse of some rights by sections of society has led to redress in many of these instances. We urge the media to remain resolute on this path. The quest to have all citizens fully access their economic rights is yet to be fully achieved, especially as the world faces dim economic forecasts following recent global challenges. Now, while urging the media in Ghana to keep the spotlight on all human rights, we want to in particular encourage an even sharper focus on efforts to ensure that the economic rights of citizens are fully actualized. Programs by state and non-state actors to support the Ghanaian people in building back faster after the recent economic challenges should be given deeper attention. We further encourage the media to give more mileage to content that empowers citizens to fully enjoy their economic rights. The Ministry of Information renews its commitment to support the media stakeholder groups such as the Ghana Journalists Association, the Private Independent Newspapers Association, the Communication Educators Platform, the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, and the National Media Commission to implement Ghana's media support programs. The ministry further encourages all other stakeholders, including our development partners, to support the Media Capacity Enhancement Program and the Coordinated Mechanism for the Safety of Journalists as sure instruments to better equip the media to discharge its mandate for our democracy. And we wish all our colleagues a happy World Press Freedom Day. I'll do a quick translation into Twi, and then I'll make some remarks about the report that is about to be put out. And there, we are seeing Kai Central for Ejuma. Potokasem, you can World Press Freedom Day. Na Ghana ha no so Ghana ban ebo Central for aba so ye kai adwumaso a Central for eye edeboa ma ye man no ye mpuntuo de bia esi ani so. Na enne wiase nyina kai ekwan a Central for ebefa so na omaboa na nipa ahodo nyina fa ahodie no etumi etintim. Fa ahodie baako a Ghana ha ye ho adwuma a yenwie ya enso bia so yesika sem mpuntuo ho fa ahodie. Broni frɛ no economic rights. Na no na enne a ye bo Central for aba so na ye kai ho sɛ Central for wo sɛ ye ko okoden ma nipa nyina fa ahodie gyina no. Ye kai ye nuanom Central for sɛ ye nyina yesika sem fa ahodie no so no ka fa ahodie ahodo a ye ka nipa fa ahodie a ye kan ka ho. Na niema ahodo a ban ne nyumakuo ye aboa sɛ ankora sika sem fa ahodie ebetintim no ye nuanom Central for mommoa na abrebia no ye mmɔ ɛho dewuro. Ministry of Information ne Ghana ban niema ahodo a ye de boa Central adwuma no Media Capacity Enhancement Program a ye boa wono mo kyerɛkyerɛ Central for ade ye boa wom sɛ ye krokres kakra di pia wom sɛ omo ntumi nkyerɛ Central for ade kakra na ye nimde a ye de ye adwuma no enkoso a enko nanim. Any coordinated mechanism for the safety of journalists nhyehyɛeɛ a National Media Commission edeboa sɛ Central for bambɔ ebegyina ne naso no yɛbɛkɔ so ayɛ ne yɛkɔ so srɛ sɛ adɔfoɔ ne aboafoɔ so emmoa saa eku ahodo yi na ɔmo ntumi nyɛ ma enyina ne naso. Edamase. My tree is still intact. I want to make a few remarks on the second subject for our briefing today. And that is the report that is about to be put out on Ghana's export position generally, and in particular, our non-traditional export position for the year 2022. Now, it's a very important subject which very often we don't pay much attention to. And I want to use a few minutes just to lay the foundation. This whole conversation about export is a big deal because it is the major avenue through which we earn hard currency. That hard currency, or the dollars or the yuan or whatever that comes from our exports, is what we use to service our import obligations. So whenever we need to import some of the necessities, fuel, medicines, whatever, that we don't produce here in Ghana that is imported, we have to rely properly so on our export earnings. Now, where our exports are low, it means that we will not have enough export earnings. And if our imports end up being higher than our exports, then there's a higher demand on the little foreign currency or hard currency to service our import bills. And when there's that higher demand as against the lower supply of the hard currency, what ends up happening is that the currency depreciates. So often when you see the currency depreciating, one of the major reasons is because we are not earning enough from our exports as against how much we are spending on our imports. And that is why the subject of exports is such a big deal for us. Now, in addressing this, a number of interventions have been rolled out to ensure that our export earnings go up. And that is why last year this report was presented to you, and this year this report is being presented as well, so that we can pay some more attention to what we are doing to earn more hard currency, to shore up our reserves, so that even as we cut down on our import bill, we will have enough of hard currency and ensure that our currency doesn't depreciate. What we've been through for a greater part of this year has been partly because, in addition to the global shocks we are suffering, our export earnings have been low. So this report is a very, very, very important report. It will be launched by the Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, my sister and my colleague. Whatever she does, she's still from the Ministry of Information, the Honorable Doku Esiameje. It will be launched by her, but Madam Asabia will present the full details to us. And I want to implore you to please make some time in your various bulletins and programming structures to have the importance of this discussed, so that people can also understand the role that they can play in it and participate in that. And with that said, I want to invite Asabia to the podium to start the presentation for us. Please, let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Good morning. I also want to congratulate the media. Today is your day, and without you, we wouldn't have our stories told. So, congratulations. On behalf of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and on behalf of my board chairman who is here, and my minister, the Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry in charge of international trade, I would like to present the statistics, the non-traditional export statistics for 2022. The International Trade Support Institution with the mandate to develop and promote the traditional exports. Of made in Ghana products and expansion of our supply. And then we also build capacity of Ghanaian exporters. We advocate for the conducive atmosphere where exporters, manufacturers, and everybody in physically in about 9 regions of the country, hopefully. Who are in of the world. Washington, D.C., London, Brussels, Ankara, Beijing, and Tokyo. This is where we find the presence of officers from the Trade Ministry situated, and we work through them to get to the market of these countries that I mentioned. But we still work with the embassies in the other countries where we don't even have our trade attaches, and they help us a lot. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is another collaborator in this business that we do at the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. There are programs and projects that we have under our wings that we push to promote what we do. So we have the Youth in Export program, where we attach youth to various organizations in the export. You name it, everywhere. We attach the youth to them to understudy them for 6 months with paid stipends and tools, so that at the end of 6 months, they are groomed to go on their own. And we have youth in agri-business, we have youth in textiles, we have